Hi friends! For today's lesson, you will need a pencil, this worksheet from your teacher if you have it, and your thinking cap. If you don't have those supplies, pause the video and come back when you're ready. If you do have your supplies, just keep watching. Today, we will be doing another close read from our text, The Most Magnificent Thing. We'll be looking closely at the illustrations and text. Before we get started, let's look at our learning target. Today's learning target says, I can look closely at the illustrations and text to describe how the girl tries to build her magnificent thing. Let's read that one more time. I can look closely at the illustrations and text to describe how the girl tries to build her magnificent thing. In our previous session, we did a close read where we asked the question, how was the girl able to make her magnificent thing? Today, we will keep working on that question as we dig into our text, looking closely at the illustrations and words. We'll fill out our anchor chart that we started in that previous lesson. Let's get started with our read. First, I'll read the book pages 5 through 14, then we'll go back and closely look at the pages. The Most Magnificent Thing. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way, and they get to work. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side, her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It's all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square, she makes it round, she gives it legs, she adds an antenna, she makes it fuzzy, she makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small, and one even smells of stinky cheese. But none of them are magnificent. Now that we've read our pages 5 through 14, we're going to go back and do a close read. We'll zoom in on the words and the pictures. Let's get started on this page right here. On this page, we can see that the little girl is working really hard. Do you think that as I read, you could copy what she's doing? When she is hammering, I want to see you hammering. Let's get started. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When we zoom in on these pictures and we listen to those words really carefully, we can see how hard she's working. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side, her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It is all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. Look at her body on this page. Let's zoom in on that. When I look closely at that illustration, I can see how she's feeling. Now, our text says that she doesn't think it's right, but our text doesn't tell us exactly how she's feeling. Do you think your body can match her body? Go ahead and stand up, spread your arms out, and see if you can match her face. There you go. I think she's feeling kind of frustrated. Let's keep reading to see what's next. On this page, there's some more actions that our girl is doing. See if you can do them with your body. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. We can see that she's working again. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. Now, on this page, she's deciding to try again. Remember when I said that we were going to add to our anchor chart? I think that this part is important. She's trying again. Let's add that to our anchor chart on the part that says she decides what she's doing. So let's go ahead, and for this page, we're going to add a sentence to our chart that says, she tries to make her magnificent thing again. She tries to make her magnificent thing again. Here's some more action words. I want to see you doing them. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. Now, on this page, I heard a word that I wasn't used to. You might not know this word, examines. Examines is sort of like studying something closely. Examines and studies are similar words. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds antenna. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells like stinky cheese. But none of them are magnificent. Now, on our chart so far, we have what she's doing on one side, but we haven't thought about the word that describes that. Let's look back at our chart. So far, we have, she tries to make her magnificent thing again. Can you think of a word that describes when you try and try again? What is this called? Remember, this is a habit of character. That's right. She is trying and trying and trying again and again to make that magnificent thing. We call this perseverance. Let's add perseverance under the column that says what this is called. While we were reading, we looked really closely at the illustrations, and we thought about the words that we were hearing. This means that you did a great job today closely reading our text. Our chart has helped us keep track of what she's doing and what it's called. We can see in our text that she's using a lot of tools with her hands. She's hammering and fiddling and tinkering, but she's also using a lot of habits of character that come from her mind and her heart. Those things are helping her make the job easier too. Let's look back at our chart that says close readers do these things. Look closely at the pictures. Check, we did that. Reread important parts of the text. Check, we read the book all the way through. Then we went back to reread important parts. Listen carefully to the words. We listened carefully to each sentence, and we talked about some of the words that we didn't understand. Answer questions about the words and pictures. As we went through our text, we stopped not only on the words we didn't understand, but we also looked closely and asked questions about the illustrations too, about her body language, what she was doing in the illustrations, and how we could relate it to the text. Let's look at our learning target. Today's learning target said, I can look closely at the illustrations and text to describe how the girl tries to build her magnificent thing. Yep, you definitely looked closely at the words and the illustrations today. Now, we worked on our chart to discuss how she builds her magnificent thing. But our learning target, it asks us to describe how the girl tries to build her magnificent thing. Now, we know that she's using tools. We've talked about that. But we also know that she's using habits of character to build her magnificent thing. Today, during your independent work time, you'll be working on this page. You'll notice that at the top it says, The Most Magnificent Thing, pages 5 through 14. Those are the pages that we did a close read on. Your directions say, what is it called when someone tries and tries again? This is how she built her magnificent thing. You'll circle the word that you think matches the question, perseverance, initiative, or collaboration. Next, your page says, why do you think she is trying so many times? This is your chance to write a sentence about why she's trying so hard. You did a wonderful job reaching your learning target. I can't wait to see how you write about her habit of character, and I think that you are doing a really great job working on answering our question of how is the girl able to make something so magnificent. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you later. Bye, friends.